you for joining me today, and thank you for my new subscribers. Today's reading is going to be Will You End Up Together? And I'd like to thank Diana for suggesting it, which is really helpful, so thank you very much. So you've got four, no you haven't, you've got three decks, number one, number two, or number three. So if you want to choose one, and take your time. Okay, so pile number one. Will you end up together? I'm just going to do a Celtic cross because you can get so much information out of it. So even if the answer is no, then you will have an understanding of why or what's happening or what's playing out. And also as well, things change. You can ask now, and the answer might be no, and then it might change again in 2 weeks. Basically, I think that the energy that you put out, the situations that you put yourself into or don't, can make a huge difference to the end result. So nothing's set in stone. So anyway, let's have a look. Will you two end up together? Okay, right, just to start off, oh my heavens, sorry, that's the Hoover upstairs. And just to start off, you've behind the feelings and the thoughts and the background to this spread, and to sort of give you a little backdrop into your question, will you end up together? There are feelings they're intense feelings of obsession, possibly, and I'm not sure on which part at the moment. I am thinking on their part, which I will explain in a minute why I've said that. This person, I think, views you as somebody who they are extremely sexually attracted to. There's this sort of underlying magnetic pull between you, and this is how they view you. I've got a funny feeling the person you're asking about may be established, they may be quite mature, they might be somebody who has a practical job like a builder, an architect, they might even be just an earth sign, but it's somebody who gives off an image of having a sort of mature attitude. They could be very sort of methodical in the way that they approach things. They will be very calm. They might not be the type of person to get nervous easily, and they may not be the type of person to take risks. So this is sort of giving me a little picture into the type of person and the type of situation that we're looking at. So this person, who may be older than you if you're perhaps younger than 30, this person seems to be quite taken with you. There's a strong connection in their mind, but I'm not putting aside yet, I haven't looked at all the cards yet, but I'm not putting aside that this pull could be sexual. This person may be, may not be somebody who's, I'm thinking it possibly couldn't be that sort of student, traveller, sort of freewheeling personality. To me, it feels as if this person's established, they have their own home, or they have what is deemed as a good job. Somebody who knows where they're going and is quite happy with that. Not somebody who flits around and who's childish, or it's almost like a Taurus energy. There's like an obsessional energy with this person as well. I'm just looking at this card also. I wonder if the person you're asking about has a sort of a Snooty is not the word I'm looking for, but this aura of treating people as if they are younger than him. If it's a man that you're asking about, this sort of fatherly figure sort of energy around them. Anyway, regardless of that, I think this person thinks a lot about you in their spare time. When they wake up in the morning, you're probably the first thing they think about. When they are eating their dinner, they're probably thinking about you. They probably make excuses to end up at the same place as you if you're not together. And this person is very taken with you. And it could almost hinge on unhealthy. I don't know. It depends what type of personality he is and you are. I mean, some people like, quite an obsessional feel about it because it just basically feels passionate to a certain extreme, and some people just like really freewheeling people. This person, I don't get the feeling, is freewheeling. He's quite intense with his feelings for you. Now let's go back to the situation. So at the moment you are in a situation where there is love on the table, as in I'm not sure who's offering and whether this person has come forward with their feelings, or whether it's you that's made the first move, or let this person know that you're attracted, or whether you're in a relationship. But there is definitely an open feeling of love here. It's like almost at the beginning stages where you've both found out that you're attracted to each other and you're just beginning to make it obvious. Don't get the feeling there is a huge background to your story. I get the general feeling that you match this person with your personality, that you are quite stable and quite mature too. You don't want somebody who's going to be mucking about and flitting in and out of your life. You're quite looking for somebody who's quite stable. You're looking almost, your energy comes across as being very mature, like an established feeling, very easy with ease. You're quite confident, very easy with yourself. You're probably quite into nature. You probably speak softly, attractive in that sort of confident, slow moving, I'm in charge of the world around me sort of way. That's what that person sees in you, and probably what you see in each other. Right. Underneath this story of you two being quite similar, of the love being quite open and obvious at the moment, or definitely the feelings are definitely there, there's a feeling unconsciously of either moving away from a situation that's happened in the past, or almost moving from a situation that's been harder to a place where it feels easier. I don't really know what that means. I don't know whether you have a history with this person where you've met a few challenges and it's becoming easier now. But whether that's just mentally inside you, where you feel as if you are moving close to this person, or there's movement definitely. This also has a sort of healing feel about it, as if this person maybe that's what I'm picking up here. And this is like a travel card, but to me, just with the type of energy I'm getting from the person that you're looking at, and that your energy, it's almost as if this person heals you in some way and makes you feel accepted because your energies are quite similar. It's just got quite a nice feel about it. Excuse me. And the immediate energy is like I think there's going to be some sort of small, fresh new beginning between you. It's almost as if it's some sort of small offer, like you're a get together, and there might be a child involved, or just generally some sort of outing, something physical, something exciting, something where you are moving towards each other and sharing some sort of contact. But with this is where I sort of get the healing feeling from. There's almost, let me put another one on this one, a feeling of anxiety, or if it's not anxiety, there's a feeling between the pair of you as if you're bound, as if you can't move forward, whether it's mental anxiety or whether it's a physical situation. For some reason, you may not be able to move closer to each other, even though the feelings are there. And definitely from the other person, there's definitely some feeling of a strong bond between you and a huge sexual pull. Let me just put a few on here just to see what this. See, this card here is what you're moving into, the energy, the immediate energy that's coming into play, and you've got the Eight of Swords, which is like anxiety. You can see the lady, she can't move, she's blindfolded, and her arms are tied. So it's like almost a feeling of whatever the situation is offering, you either can't take it up for some reason, or just mentally inside yourself you're feeling a little bit bound. Okay, you have got these are cards I've basically scribbled all over, and the cards you've got over this Eight of Swords is hold on, rough times ahead, and let's get started again. So I have a funny feeling, especially with this card we talked about earlier about moving and travelling behind you. This is like something that's happened. Or I think that with this sort of healing feel, you're both aware that you have the possibility to hurt each other, because this person is obsessed with you. You may have had some rough times in the past, and you're almost as if you're preparing yourself for something to happen in the future, which might make you feel vulnerable. But also you've got let's start again. So there's definitely, with this sort of Page of Wands here as well, there's a feeling that regardless of these feelings, I think the best thing for you two to do is to trust each other and start moving forwards, start moving to each other. You're coming up as the Seven of Cups, which tends to play into my thoughts that either you are doing a lot of fantasizing about the situation and not much action, or, which tends to fit with the rest of the spread, you're quite indecisive because you might be the person that feels that you might be hurt. The gentleman or the woman who you're asking about comes across as being quite open-hearted with you, as if they're quite ready to move forward, and they're ready to offer, basically to make a movement towards you, an emotional movement towards you. They feel they have a lot to offer you. And they're prepared to do this. They're standing there, they're ready, and they're almost like ready to offer their heart to you. So the general feeling I'm getting from this is that you're asking, will we end up together? And this is all moving forward, but there's a feeling of vulnerability, and I'm getting it's coming from your part. The more I look into this, that if there's a man you're asking about, it doesn't matter either sex, this person is prepared to come towards you. In the past, you've got like you moving away, it's almost like a feeling of healing there, but there's a gentleman on the back here that makes me feel that he's quite prepared to move forward with you through any doubts that you have. He's coming across as a stable energy. You are as well, but you're represented here by indecision, or it could be fantasy. I don't get that feeling it is. It's basically you're undecided about this person. If you have been hurt in the past, it could play into this anxiety here. The man or woman that you're asking about, I think, has the feeling of let's start again. If you have made steps towards each other and it's not worked out, or you've sort of tested each other a little bit in the relationship and then pulled back through some feelings of not wanting to show your underbelly, this person is probably less worried about that than you are. At the end card, so this is basically summing up this, you two solid people who are basically in most areas of life quite confident and quite content with yourselves. You are probably very grounded, very stable, and somebody that people tend to fall back on in times of trouble. The salt of the earth type of feel about the pair of you, and you are both ready. You've got the Page of Cups here and the Knight of Cups here. So as I was saying, the Page of Cups is offering emotions, and the Knight of Cups, which I think is your other person because it's in his position, is ready to open themselves up emotionally to you. You're obviously asking the question, so you want to. They're saying let's start, but your end result is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is a lady. She's in a garden. She's very happy. She's very content. But as you can see here, see, I think this is you. I think the answer lies with you. So will you end up together? I think the ball's in your court, because the end cards and the answer to all this is a lady who's in her garden. She's very content. But as you can see here, the bird's got a mask on. So everything's fine. You're probably very at ease with yourself. You're probably quite, if you're not financially secure, you feel as if you are. You've got everything that you need. So even if you do have this person or don't have this person, you're quite happy. But there's this feeling with you that there's a possibility that you're not revealing your true colours because you're afraid to dive in this relationship for some reason. And it's not a huge problem. It's not like it's you have psychological problems or something. It's just that general feeling of making yourself vulnerable. That you don't feel to me as if it's you that's not ready to make yourself totally vulnerable. Well, they are. Excuse me, just keep the camera there. Let me put another couple of cards on here. See if I can just get. Okay. The cards that you've got on your end card is playing it calm and cool. So this is you. I think you're playing a bit of the Ice Maiden with this other person. You're not playing games, but you're playing, I'm not that interested, really, when actually you probably are because you're watching this, but you just don't reveal your hand yet. I don't know whether you've been cheated on in the past. Which may be making you feel vulnerable. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave that there because I think that gives you a good picture of past, where you may be going, your thoughts and feelings, and where it may end up. And to sum it up, I say that the ball's in your court. This person feels as if they're ready to move forward, but you need to deal with releasing yourself a little bit. Because I think, if you want a relationship with this person, you could. Going to very quickly look at timing to see how things will develop. I don't think timing with me, I've got so many tarot card readings written down that have been strangely accurate. For instance, before the COVID thing kicked off, I was supposed to be going to Argentina, and I kept getting the end result. I was going with my sisters. The end result was always a Tower card, and I couldn't understand why. And I thought, am I going to argue with my sisters, or something's going to happen? And then, in the end, nobody could travel anyway. So just a general, tarot cards always seem to give you a really good insight into the situation, but I've never found that with timing. But I'm going to do this anyway, so take it with a pinch of salt to see about timing and your relationship. So power number 1. With this person and when. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Funny you had that card last time as well. Let's have a flip them all over. Okay. To be honest, that I can't get timing from this at all. I will go through what I've seen in the past. It's almost as if you may work together, you have met. It could be in a building or some work situation or some celebration. Just some sort of, there's like fun times where you may have spotted each other, you may have got together, or you just generally you may have shared a home. In the past, there's some sort of like celebration, just good feelings between you, or basically attraction and fun and celebration. Now at present, so this is probably now to the next 3 months, there's like some sort of new beginning, a financial new beginning that will play into your relationship. So as if there's some sort of offer. I mean, this person could come to you. I'm just thinking possibilities here, because you've got the travel card here, which we sort of interpreted as healing to get, as it sort of fitted in with the rest of your spread before. So there's like a physical offer, or a financial offer, or an offer of a job, that either there is movement abroad, movement away. I'm tending to think, I don't know yet. There's definitely movement. It's something to do with some sort of financial offer in the next, from now until, what month is it now? July, August, September. So probably towards the end of the summer holidays. From 3 to 6 months onwards, it's almost as if everything then really starts moving, as in there's like big energy coming in where you feel as if everything's good, but there is definitely a feeling of movement. Hold on, I need some more cards on this. There's definitely a feeling of new beginnings now, financial new beginnings, or work new beginnings, or some sort of financial offer to do with this person, and then this will lead on to some larger feeling of feeling involved. Hold on, I need more cards on these ones. I've got moving away. At the moment, you've got this offer, this sort of financial offer, and it's almost as if something is going to move you away from each other. This is what I'm getting. It could be a job offer, it could be some sort of movement that you have to move away from each other, possibly to do with work. So there's this feeling of slipping away and being caught off guard, as if it's something you haven't expected. Now things are going to go well for you in the next 3 to 6 months. And this man, I feel, is trying to grasp hold of you, and you are the one that's moving away. Because I'm sorry, I really appreciate you. You've got sound man written here, as in I've just scribbled these bits on, just the impressions I got from these cards. As if this person is quite a solid man who wants to get close to you. Things are improving for you. Things are moving forward for you. But there's still this sort of like, you cut me deep, Shrek. I was just joking around. And these two cards are moving away from a situation. I think you are making this person feel as if you don't want them. I just feel as if they don't feel as if they're worthy enough to be with you. So I don't understand why you're asking the question, will we end up together? Because I still feel from this pack, moving away, these two cards here, I mean, that's the answer to your question. You know, will you be together? And there's like moving away, and this person's still looking at the woman. They're moving away overseas. The situation surrounding is both turning you back and moving away. And I think it's you that's moving away. And then you've got the sound man, and I appreciate you. I just think this person feels a lot for you, but you are for some reason, whether it's going to be a job offer, whether it's just a general feeling of things expanding, you're not fitting together, it's you that's going to want to move away. And you will leave this person feeling hurt, as if he doesn't feel like it's enough for you, or he doesn't feel like she's enough for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. The timing won't be fab, because I just generally get the feeling that you're the one that's going to move away from this person. whether it's some sort of job offer or combined with some feelings that you just don't feel as if you want to open yourself to this person. And they might feel a little bit sort of cut up by that. Right, I'm going to leave that there. I'd love to finish with a really positive note, but I've just read what's in front of me. So to sum that all up, will you end up together only if you want to? Because I think it's your decision, and whether it's something inside yourself, emotionally or mentally, that's going to move you away, or something physically like a job offer, I think it will be you that will decide to move away from this person. So the ball's in your court on that one. Thank you, pile number one. I hope that wasn't too depressing, because I really want it to be really nice, but sometimes I've just got to read what's there. Right. Thank you for watching. Hi, pile number two. We're going to look at will you end up together. We are going to do a general, just a Celtic cross spread, because you can get so much information from it. And then we're going to look at timing of when you will get together. Before I do the timing bit, which will be the second small spread, I've got to say I always find tarot accurate, especially if it's a personal reading. But timing, I never have done. But I'm going to do it for you anyway, just to see if you can glean anything from it. So, will you end up together? If this comes out negatively, remember, I can't remember if I said this for pile one or just in general, take it with a pinch of salt, because things change. You could have a negative answer and then the whole situation starts shifting. The way that you look at it mentally starts shifting, and you're more open to different things, and your life does change. Nothing is set in stone. Basically, the way that you give out things, the way the energy that you give out can change your whole circumstances. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to put the light on because I can't hardly see the cards. It's okay. I'm going to go through this almost like a card at a time, or in my mind I do it 2 cards at a time, just to sort of basically walk through it together, so it makes sense in bits, and then we put it all together. Okay, I've got the general feeling from this spread, will you end up together, that there may already have been a sort of financial opportunity between you, or you are hoping there will be. You could possibly looking to work together. You may already work together. There just may be some sort of joint financial venture together, or just some sort of practical start that you're both hoping for. But in the past, there's almost as if there's a lot of waiting. And you want it to move forward, or you both want it to move forward in a practical way. I'm trying to think what general feeling I'm getting from the new beginning. It's something practical. It's something like a new work opportunity, buying a house together, moving in together, just some sort of shared finances, something steady and something that moves forward slowly. But I think the movement between you in the past has been slowly. There's almost like a feeling of being, let's see who is involved in this, being slightly cut off, needing time apart from each other, or resting from each other, or just generally not being able to get close to each other. Okay, I get the feeling that you One of you may have been through the mill and you are sort of keeping yourselves to yourselves. It could be a past relationship until you feel like you're on an even keel to open up to a new relationship. I think it's the other person. So if you're inquiring about a potential new boyfriend or a potential new girlfriend, I think something has happened with them that is causing them to sort of just hold on to their horses for a bit because something in their life has exploded. Right, the general situation between you two is almost as if you are ready to get moving and there is huge attraction. There is some sort of obsessive feelings or just that huge feeling that you're connected together. There may be obsessive feelings that mean that you think about each other quite a lot. You know, almost as in, a bit like Power One has exactly the same card. When you get up in the morning, it might be the first person that you think about, or vice versa, it could be them. You know, when they're going out in their car, they're just hoping that they see you, and they go into certain buildings or certain situations hoping that you're there. You know, groups in work or college, they're hoping to pass you in the corridor, that sort of feeling. This person has quite a strong feeling that, quite a dramatic feel about them, as if they've been through hard times, and this could be very recent, and they have quite strong, passionate feelings about them. Your communication in the past, I'm assuming from this, although there is a period of being separated and basically pulling back, I have a general feeling that there is strong communication between the pair of you. You mentally sync, and I do get the feeling that there has been communication and that it's been good. It's been fiery, it's been fun, it's been passionate, and there's definitely been attraction that has been obvious by the way that you talk to each other. This you take this energy around with you. This is what you're remembering quite strongly, is that the attraction has been in the way that you've both communicated. There's been nothing hidden. It's been open and it's been direct and playful and exciting. But at the moment, somebody has walked away, or the feeling something has happened to your person that has been a shock. And I've got a funny feeling this could be to do with family life, this could be to do with a particular building, a work situation, or home. It's a strong feeling of home here. Now, they may have walked away. I'm going to put some cards on this, or you may have walked away, or just generally at the moment you're not together. Through something shocking that has happened. Let me just put some extra cards and try and get a little glimpse of. Right, I'm going to put some over this person's tarot card. Right, is this person married? Either or are you married? I've got a card here, I've got rings in it, I've got the difficulty investing into the situation as almost like a married woman, and there's this general feeling there, and I've got the Ten of Pentacles here, which is a family card. I'm just wondering whether this person is connected to somebody else, and there's still these strong feelings from them of being obsessed with you, or vice versa. You know, they're obsessed with you, but are you married? And I feel as if, let me look through the cards, there's a need to, there's a feel, oh, let me put, this is interesting, it's a holding back and walking away, and it's almost as if one of you are trying to control your energy because of a family or a marriage situation, or something to do with family or a house. Yes, now this is something, I've got a feeling from this spread, there are sexual feelings, strong sexual feelings. The other person you're asking about feels as if something has blown apart their world, and they may be married, or I'm getting a really strong feeling that they're connected to somebody, or one of you is, and it's basically not uncharted territory, but more territory they're not allowed to go on. And what they're doing now is they're trying to pull this energy together to try and sort out the situation. But there's almost a feeling that you are, one of you needs to walk away. And it's a feeling of sadness, but also a feeling that you know, or they know, that if they go forward with this relationship, it's going to feel greedy. It's going to feel that they've actually, or you've actually got more than you should have. That's what I'm picking up here. Have they left their wife, or have they left a relationship? Have they walked away from a relationship and you two have communicated really well? And you may have been pulled out of this situation. Why this? If they were in a relationship and it's collapsed, you may have had to pull back during that time. Yeah, it's almost as this is what I get from this spread. It's all I can. I'm just going to read what's here. There is a general feeling of waiting, watching, and obsession, and strong sexual feelings, and the need to start something fresh. This relationship, or your feelings for this person, is based on a mental connection as well, where you've communicated quite passionately, and there's been a period of waiting or not being in contact in the past. You may be in contact, but you're basically keeping out of the picture. And then I've got a feeling this person's life has exploded, and it may have something to do with walking away from family, or you having to walk away from family. And to answer the question, will you end up together? I feel as if you do end up together, it's going to be through a huge, not lesson in self-control. Because there's a feeling of feeling sad over something that's happened. There's also a feeling of feeling as if you're taking more than you deserve. And I don't mean that as in you don't deserve a lot, but that you could be taking, you could be interfering in somebody else's relationship, or they could be, if you're married, vice versa. Don't know if that rings true, but I can only read what I can see here. Yeah, there's lots of people in this relationship. These are the cards I've just flipped over for just more of an idea. I've got lots of people, I've got a lover boy, I've got somebody who's clinging, and it's just the whole feeling of this relationship is very intriguing to them and to you. It's got a feeling of being exciting and sexual and sensual, but almost I'm picking up from these cards something quite forbidden about it. Right, I'm going to do a timing spread, which strangely enough doesn't really give you much insight into timing, but might give you some more insight anyway to what's going on and how it's going to develop. So, will you end up together? From that, you possibly could if you wanted to, but it's going to take a lot of hard work, self-control, and I've got a feeling you're in a difficult situation at the moment. Okay, we'll pile two, eventually end up with the person they're asking. It's strange how you always get the same cards up again. Okay. In the past, there's this feeling of wishing and wanting and dreaming. And as we saw in the last spread, for you, pile two, it was almost as if you've been cut off from this person. You've had time to think and want this person. Now, I see at the moment quite a few people involved in this relationship again, and there's almost in the next So at the moment, I would say the next 3 months, there's quite a lot of people involved in this relationship. And then from the next 3 to 6 months, there's this feeling of being slightly defensive. Both of you possibly being slightly defensive, as if you're just trying to hold on to something that's collapsed. From the last bit, I think this might be the other person. I wonder whether, as I've said before, whether this person has left somebody who they see, or the last relationship was with somebody who is manipulative or domineering, and they feel as if this burden's lifted, but they may still have a feeling of shock from the breakup, and also a feeling of feeling quite cut off and bruised and low self-esteem. Now, what I do actually see in the end is that everything will be good, because you, I'm going to say, just generally have a feeling of, what's the word, not when you feel good about yourself, self-worth, or confidence, and, you know, attraction and attractive. I think that what's going to happen, if I've got anything on the head so far about there being some sort of relationship this person's almost recovering from, this is going to take some time, and I think it's going to be 6 months onwards, because you may be dealing on, I'm thinking their part, could be yours, I don't know, of some sort of breakup and a recovery of their self-esteem, and they're wanting to be in a relationship because they feel as if they've been bruised. What's going to happen, the end result is that you actually will probably help build up each other's confidence and self-esteem, where you make each other feel really attractive, and this will help this person move on from possibly a bad relationship in the past. If you're a male asking about a female, it may be no, actually, I can't try to work that out. I'm trying to flip the male and female bit. I'm not helping myself there. What I was just basically trying to say is that there will be movement on from a feeling of a woman who's been domineering. And this person needs their self-esteem. This will ring true. I don't know if it rings true for you or the person you're asking about. You will probably know the answer to this. But what will happen in the end is that passion will be there, but once this person has healed from some bad relationship. And for the timing, I would say it would be 6 months plus before this person lets down their defences and starts beginning to get over what's happened. Right, thank you, pile number 2. I'm going to leave it there. I have no idea, because I don't really like giving specific readings, you know, with something horrific has happened in the past, because it's such a general thing to look at. But I think the best thing to do is just choose the bits that ring true to you, and you know when somebody's saying it to you, whether it's, you know, that bit or not that bit. Hopefully most of it applies, and well, I'm just interested to know if it does apply. And good luck with that. If there is any truth in it, you know, things will get better, and will you end up together? There is a good possibility you will, but I don't think it will be 6 months plus, because that feels like there's some healing to be done in that relationship. Right, thank you, pile number 2. I'm going to go straight into pile number 3. Pile number 3. These cards are so much easier to read. Right, will you end up with your person? I'm going to do a basic Celtic cross, because you can get so much information from it, and then I'm going to do a sort of a timing spread. And I've said with the other piles that I find tarot cards accurate, but I do not find timing accurate on tarot cards. So take the second spread that I'll do for you with a pinch of salt. That's it, really. That's what I was trying to say. Just take the timing one with a pinch of salt. Saying that, as I'm actually saying that to you, I do remember doing a spread for my sister where she was so excited about moving into, it was a horseshoe spread. She was moving into her new house, and it was in Britain, and she was getting really excited about this was her first house. And then there was like in the from now and the next 3 months there was some card, I can't remember, it's a tarot, not the tarot, the tower, or the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, and I said, yeah, you're going to move into your house, but you're going to move out as quick as you've got in, because a shock is going to happen and you're going to move. And it's the reading she says she always remembers, because she got basically told she was going to Singapore within about 2 or 3 weeks after. So maybe I'm lying about it not being good. So let's just see anyway. Will you end up together? Okay, pile number 3. Let's have a look. Okay, right, let's go through this bit by bit and we can walk each other through together. What I'm getting from your thoughts and your feelings when you're looking at this spread is whether you're going to end up together, is that you come across as somebody who is very open, very loving, and you have a big heart and you've got a lot to give. And this other person comes across as somebody who might be in and out of your life, you possibly can't, almost as if they're difficult to grasp, and they may be slightly cooler in the energy than you. You're somebody that gives out easily, somebody who is quite open. You're probably extremely good with children, you're probably very caring, very nurturing, but this person almost comes across as if you can't quite grab them. They don't seem to have the same emotions as you, innately the same emotions as you. I think that saying that the situation between you has been very positive, as in there has been a lot of openness. This person isn't the type of person to tell porkies about their feelings, and they have displayed their feelings to you, and you know that they like you, and vice versa. There's a general feeling of fun, childlike enthusiasm, flirting, and just basically like when you're kids and you like somebody and you let them know. But I have a feeling that this has ended. So you have been connected in the past and it's been good. You're the one that's come across as more loving. They have been the one that's been almost like a younger energy, in and out, almost a bit flitty, a bit like a bird in some ways. You've got on really well, and there's been a very, very strong feeling of a karmic bond between the pair of you, but it might have ended. I've got a general feeling that, I don't know why yet, that it's ended. I think you both feel that there's a connection there. You both seem to be aware there's like a feeling of familiarity between you. But the energy at the moment, if it has ended and it's started moving again, it's slow moving. This person is being cool and calm, and if they're coming towards you in any way, it's extremely small steps. You seem the type of, if you're female, the type of woman, if you're male, obviously, change it, who is very open and very kind and is attracted to somebody who you possibly feel could be the same as you. Now, this person to me may be practically giving you things. They may meet with you, but it's almost as if you're waiting for them to match your energy. You're waiting for something emotional back, and this person, maybe with the way they've been brought up, is not quite as capable as being as open as you. You're coming across as if, I don't know whether you met this person in some sort of event or some sort of party or an outing or being out in like a wedding or a celebration, or in some sort of building like school. I'm not getting so much a work situation because I have got one pentacle. It could be work, but I didn't want to cover everything. All right, okay. As I've just said, that this person comes across quite cool, quite logical. They could be somebody who's quite interested in studying, or could be just very intellectual, very good at conversing. Um, just somebody who likes to debate, he likes to talk about things and what's going on in the world at the moment. But there's also, I think, what might have attracted you to this person is the fact that they are actually, I'm just seeing the Six of Pentacles here, which represents them. They are probably far more logical than you, but just as giving. So you've both got this energy of being kind. And I wonder if this is what's attracted you to each other, is that there's all like a karmic feel with it as well. But your person is not moving towards you in the way that you want. You are open, you think there's a strong bond. This person may be very attracted to you, but they're almost got a flitty energy of being in and out. Let me put a couple on Mr. Cool King of Swords here. Deep down, this person's very giving, probably just as giving as you, but they're reserved with their feelings. But I think in the past you have connected really well together, but that has ended, and now the movement is slow between the pair of you. Okay, this person feels as if they don't want to waste time and that everything will be okay, but it's almost as if wasted time and everything will be okay. Is there something blocking you two that you can't actually get together? And this person may be more practical, and although they feel the attraction that everything will be okay, it's almost as if they can't get there, can't get towards you for some reason. Are you separate from each other? Travel. Okay. If this applies to you, that you have had a really good beginning with this person and you are basically bonded with your similarities and the fact that you are both very caring and very giving, but this person does come across cooler than you, a little bit more reserved, and an energy where they're in and out of your life, and they're not there enough, you can't quite grasp them, it's just two small steps towards you that you're not happy with. The end result is almost as if you feel as if this person moves away from you, that you will feel upset, but it might be something that might make you feel better in the end. Let me see. Let me use these ones to get more of a story what's going on here. So why has the situation ended in the past? Yeah, there's definitely the situation between you. I don't think you're together. I honestly don't think you're together at the moment. I think that if this person may be keeping contact with you, but it's stilted contact. This person is not giving you what you need. I think this person has been quite reserved with their feelings. They have almost blocked off a little bit. They might be generally quite kind-natured, but at the moment this relationship isn't moving where it should be. Yeah, I think that the answer to your question, you come across as somebody who is searching for and thinks they have found a bond with this person. There probably is some sort of past life connection between the pair of you, and you've hit it off straight away because you both recognised it. You come across as somebody who's very kind and very giving and very open, and your initial interaction with this person has basically personified this. But this man, if it is a man, it could be a woman, although generally very giving, it gives in a practical sense. They are not as warm, as open as you, and I feel that I don't think that you will end. I'm trying to put this in a nice way. I don't think you want to end up with this person. I think that generally, as the things go on, that you will feel as if you're quite happy leaving it as a memory, because as if you want to start something new. You'll get to the point where you feel as if you've invested more than this person in a relationship. And this is not going to apply to everybody, because if you think you've got more than 2 people watching a spread, just bits of it will apply. So take it with a pinch of salt. But if the bulk of this in the past applies, then there's more chance that the end result will. But take it with a pinch of salt. There is the end result to explain for you is like 6 of Swords, where you feel as if this person has troubled you in the past, and you are moving somewhere where you're going to be happier. You're still thinking about the person. There's still thoughts. There's almost like a bit of fantasizing about them, but you're quite ready to move on and start something fresh, because you realise your energy is coming across as bigger and better than the other person. This person was almost coming across as quite cool. It's not a sexy feel from this person. They're probably very kind and very giving, but they're slightly shut off. They're quite prepared to not invest and be in and out of your life. And your energy is quite... I was just saying before the camera clicked off, I think you're probably more psychically aware, and you can see there's a connection between you because it feels familiar. His face might feel familiar. There might have been an instant recognition, but I just think you're more aware than this person. This person just seems a little bit sort of in their head rather than their heart. Okay, but this is really interesting timing spread. So this might actually ring true. In the past, there's you again with this Queen of Cups energy, where you are giving, you are open, and you feel a lot for this person. It's a really nice feeling about it. Just somebody who's happy with themselves and is open and has a big heart. At the moment, I feel that you're feeling really good in this relationship. It's open. You're both feeling good. It's open, or has been open. Actually, no, this is from now for the next 3 months. So I'm trying to think which spread I've done with the swords in it. There's a feeling of clarity, there's a feeling of being open, and there's a feeling of almost, it's like a childlike innocence in it. So if you are going to, sorry, sister's going downstairs. If this person is going to cut off from you, it will probably be within the next 3 to 6 months. So probably the end of September, around about that area. By that time, there might be this feeling that this person is slightly more... You might be getting the feeling this person is slightly more reserved than you feel that he should be or she should be. The strange thing is, though, I think this person's going to come towards you with some sort of offer. If you are not in contact at the moment, I think this person is going to come towards you. I think if you've got the Empress card and you've got the Page of Cups, so this person finds you very attractive. They want to make some sort of offer towards you, and then the next 0 to 3 months is almost as if it's going to kick off and feel really good. But I've got a general feeling that after that, towards the end of the summer, early autumn, there's going to be a lot of you wondering whether he's interested, and it's almost as if confusion in emotions here. So to be honest, I would just go with the flow with this one, because you've got the Sun in the present position, and this person obviously finds you extremely attractive, and they may come towards you with some sort of offer, some sort of emotional offer, because they want to flirt, they have feelings for you, but there's almost as if something's going to pull you apart, perhaps later on, early autumn, and just confusion in feelings. Let me put some more on here. Go with the flow, but you need to hold back your feelings and make this person work for you, because there possibly could be a potential there, to keep this open, because this spread is slightly different from the other one, as if this person's going to come towards you in the next 3 months. They see you as like a physical ideal, but there's this person in themselves is not really as giving as they should be. Okay. You're going to go into this sort of next 3 months period thinking that it's an end of pain. So I don't know if, I can't remember whether you were the Ten of Swords over the initial card. If you were, it's as if the relationship's going to open up again. You think everything's going to be fine. It's going to be the end of the pain. They're going to make some sort of offer to you because they obviously find you very attractive. But the end result, you've got the Moon, and we both know we had something. Yeah, this is just generally, I think I'm going to sum it up here with will you end up together? There is the potential, if you want to end up with this person, then yes, you could, but this person gives me the impression they're going to be in and out. I've got a feeling that you're going to call the shots and say, I'm not getting enough from you. This person is giving, but in dribbles. They find you extremely attractive, but they seem a little bit involved in themselves possibly, and you're the one that's going to say, this isn't, possibly could say, this isn't working for me. You won't feel like you're getting enough. You won't feel like you're getting what you deserve. And the way that you're coming across in this spread is very beautiful and open, and you definitely deserve the best. And you've got the Empress card here. You've got the Page of Cups. This person wants you. You keep getting the Sun, and you've got the Queen of Cups. You deserve somebody who is going to give you everything. And this person may just be for no other reason, nothing to do. They find you attractive. It's just their energy is very sort of non-committal, in, out, in, out. Right, I'm going to finish it there. I hope that helps. Take it with a pinch of salt, because I don't want you to make any decisions. But just, I always think, take it as in if you're talking to a friend and they've offered a few possibilities. And if anything rings true by the way that they've acted, or just little inklings that you've got, then carry on down that track. But do everything that that you feels right. What makes you feel good, makes you into a better person, doesn't hurt anybody. Thank you very much, Pal 3. I hope it helps, and I hope to see you again. Bye.